Hello folks, Major Gosnell here, and today I'm going to be doing a very honest review of a game I've lost myself in for about 3 months, and of course it's the Witcher 3. Now, how do I describe how I feel about this game? Well, I better start with the thing that's impressed me possibly the most. It's just how lived in the world of The Witcher feels. At the moment I'm just strolling around Novigrad, which is the main city in the game, and I just want you guys to just see how lived in this world actually feels as I walk around. Every place you're looking at here, you can walk to, you can run to, you can horse ride to. A lot of these NPCs have maybe 1-2 lines of dialogue, and they are, for the most part, will be found in the same place. But somehow, Cdp.pl made a game that feels lived in. It feels like an actual city from medieval time. It's believable. Each area has its own unique feel. If you were to go to the Skellig Isles, you'll see a uniqueness about it, a believability. Novigrad has this believability, Oxenford has this believability. This is one of my most favorite places I've ever been in any game, because it's just so alive, so full of things to watch, things that aren't that complicated, that just fit in the background, that you don't question, because automatically it feels real. And maybe I'm not making a lot of sense with that, but it just strikes me as a believableness about the place. A lot of the open world games I go in, the cities, the towns, they don't feel real. In my opinion, the Elder Scroll games, their cities, they feel kind of like puppet shows. Granted, all their NPCs have these complicated routines that they do every day, and there's variations and what have you, but their world, it doesn't feel alive the way that The Witcher's world feels alive. I'm never going to follow these guards around and see where they go, what they do. It's just enough there for me seeing them going around like this, just what I'm walking past right now. People just watching this girl. It's just something believable about it. The dialogue repeats itself a lot, but you don't notice, because it just feels alive, like a proper world. Also, another thing about the game is the lighting. Just take a look at this. Take a look, like the shadows, character lighting. Granted, he looks a bit pale there. Best time in this game is at sunset, which we've just gone past now. But actually, one sec, I'm going to show you a sunset in Novigrad. Let's go around here. Oh, actually, we'll do a dawn in Novigrad. Okay, now I just want you to look around here. Look at the smoke rising out of that building. At the lighting as we stroll along here.
'Tis a dog's life.
And the city even gets quiet during the day. The parties are over, people are waking up. There's just something very alive here. I hope I'm explaining that well to whoever's watching, but it's just something worth noting. We stroll out of Novigrad here, we've got a little village on the outskirts, children playing. It's just amazingly well done. And that's only one of the reasons I love this game. The other reason is the storytelling is fabulous. It's epic, it's so goddamn long. You go into quests, and they lead to more quests, and more quests, and more quests. I got to a point in the game where there seems to be a climatic battle. And I assumed that would be the last mission. Hell no, there was another fucking 15, 20 missions after that.
I place my hope in the eternal fire.
And the best thing is, everywhere you look, you can reach. Let's call my horse. Let's hop on Rocher. Now the horse actually is about one of the few areas in the game that can be irritating because he's as dumb as a fucking fence post. But let's get back to what I was doing. You see that building way over distance? Over distant? Now a lot of games that just be a background. In this, you can actually get there. Watch this. Oh, bloody sticky keys. So. If you just follow it along, you're going to reach that tower eventually. And as you go along, you come across things like this. It's a fucking river, for Christ's sake. And it, like, the combat's not the best in the world. It's basic at least. Click, click, slash, slash, but it's still fun. They've made something so good that you don't even care that a good portion of the game's main mechanic is not that well done. Because the world itself is just so much fun to play in. As you can see, we're nearly at that tower now. And just that ability to go wherever you see. Especially there's a part of the game called Skellig Islands, which is a series of islands that you can actually swim around to get to where you need to go. And I'm talking something massive. I don't think I've even ever been to this castle before. And I've played this game so much. Let's take a look around. Oh, seems to be gates here. Now I should point out I am a pretty high level, that's why they're dying so easily. Some of the fights are tough. They're very basic, but basic in the way the combat is. But they are still tough fights to be in. Ooh, looks like I've come across a quest here. Let's see what this is. Oh, bloody hell. That's the wrong one. 1 second there. Found the right one. Looks like elfish. Not sure what's going on there. Go up here. Got fucking harpies here as well. Well, it looks like we found some sort of a Witcher's quest here. That's another bug. Sometimes if there's flammable items near something you want to loot, you'll end up igniting them rather than looting the bodies. But it's something I'm more than happy to live with. Doesn't look like I'll be getting it there.
Harpies got their nest here.
So back to what I was saying, though, the game itself just I cannot recommend it enough to people. I'm sorry this isn't a more in-depth review or looking at all the game mechanics. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just telling you from my own perspective, this game is a work of art. It's beautiful, it's well crafted. It has a lot of flaws. The ending was a little abrupt, not very well explained, and could have been handled a little bit better, but the story leading up to it is just one. You can't define it. It is like an epic series of books, like a David Gemmell series, or a Raymond E. Weiss series, or that chap who does Game of Thrones. It's just one of those amazing worlds that you find yourself getting lost in. And I should point out, I'm not a fanboy for this series. The first one, I read the reviews. I remember PC Gamer gave it like 70% at the time, and I never really paid much attention to this series as a whole. I got this game for free with an upgrade on a graphics card, and I very nearly actually gave this game away to a friend, but I decided to play it after hearing good things, and I am very, very glad I did. This game is amazing, simply put. So I hope anybody who watches this who hasn't got it will take my advice and just go for it and get it and spend 200-300 hours losing themselves in this world. For me, I'm done for now. So just give it a shot, guys. You might just end up falling in love with this game. I sure as hell have.